Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Subaru WRX Build. Today, I'm going to be putting on this front lip from Icon Motorsports. Essentially, it's just going to be making sure that this splitter sits flat and doesn't look so thin. So, I'm going to be taking it out of the box, I'm going to paint it, and then after that, the bumper has to come off of the car and the installation has to be done. So I'll see you guys right in a minute when I have it out of the box and ready to be painted. Alright, so this splitter is out of the box and ready to paint. For $97, the quality of it actually looks decent. So what I'm going to be doing is first off, I'm going to be using this primer on both sides of it. I'm probably going to do 2 or 3 coats. Then this lacquer, black paint, which is going to be nice and thick and withstand rock chips. And lastly, a clear coat to make it glossy and more protected against rocks and stuff that are going to be bouncing up on there. So I'll be right back when it's all painted. Okay, so I have 1 coat of primer on this front lip and I'm still painting it, but it is nighttime now and I have started to remove the front bumper, which is going to be the next step. So I simply open the hood, and the first thing that I'm going to be doing is removing the 6 screws and pop tabs on this liner, as well as these on the side, and then on the bottom I might have 1 or 2, and then it should just come right off with taking out the 2 wires that plug into the blinker lights. Alright, so I got a little bit carried away here. The bumper is off of the car. It is right there. The front lip is drying from its 2nd coat of primer right now between sanding and priming, and then I have the splitter off of the bumper on the ground right here. So tomorrow I'm going to be finishing up painting the front lip. I'm going to be attaching to the bumper, and I honestly might do away with the splitter if it looks good by itself, or I might reattach it if I feel it needs it. And once all that's put back together, we'll get it back on the car and we will be good to go. Alright, so a lot has happened. As you can see, the splitter is not here. That is because the paint would not adhere to it, and it looks like I'm gonna have to use the finish that it came with, which is fine. It just wasn't ideal because all the paint peeled off in small chunks like this. So where does that leave me? I took that, and over here I have attached the lip to the bottom of the bumper using the screws that they supplied, and then put the splitter on underneath that. And I just finished tightening up these rods and getting all of that on there. So everything is looking pretty good right now. It's all tightened up. And then what I'm gonna have to do is come back, cut off these sides to get it to be flush with the lip, and then reattach it to the car. You can see underneath I have quite a bit going on here. This is basically attaching the splitter to the bumper, and the little screws that you see up inside of there, closer to the edge, are what's holding the lip into the bumper. So nothing's actually holding the splitter to the lip, but they're both attached directly to the bumper. So I'll be back shortly when the sides are cut off of this thing and it's ready to put back on the car. Alright, and here is the finished up bumper. Everything is installed. I cut the sides away, even trimmed it up on the back to be flush. So now the lip gives it a nice staggered look, and the sides are nice and flush with the bumper. I also made the rods straight instead of angled. Overall, I think it looks much better. And now it's going to be time to get it back on the car. So once it's all reattached and the car is off the jack stands, I will be back with the final result. Alright, and here is our final result. I am absolutely loving the way that this turned out. I think it looks so much better than it did before. I thought it looked kind of ricey before, how it stuck out on the side and there was these giant fins sticking up, and just it looked thin. It stuck out too far in my opinion. Like, it just didn't look good. Although this lip in between the bumper and the splitter makes the splitter look like it's not sticking out nearly as far, which really makes it look a lot more professionally done. Also, the way that we cut them on the sides to get it to sit nice and flush, I think that looks awesome. And then lastly, the rods are straightened out now. They're no longer on an angle. It's just overall a much cleaner look. Couldn't be happier with how it turned out. And coming up next is going to be our air oil separator and then the oversized carbon fiber hood scoop. So if you liked what you saw in this video, please leave a like on it and consider subscribing to the channel to follow the rest of the build. Thanks for watching.